Hello, welcome back. My name is Sandsandal and this is Let's Play the Guild 3. Now, I'm sorry I haven't been uploading lately or these last 3 days. I've been busy with my studying and exams, which are not fun. So let's see. I'm fairly sure I was intending to do something with the butcher shop because I know it is one of the most OP combinations in the game. But now that I look at it, like I only have access to one more business. So what I'll do instead is I'll look at the map. I'm fairly sure I already own 2 robbers camp, right? And if I place whichever region that doesn't have a robbers camp, so this one has one and this one is in my region, so that means this one doesn't have one. If you look here, that's not owned by me, correctamundo. So I can place one here, and what that will do is that I will increase my relationship with those fuckers that are trying to constantly go to war with me. Now another thing, in this area, the outer region and the other regions are not that large. So at most my my robbers, or whatever they're called, thugs maybe, they will not go past about this area. This will be the cutoff line, I hope, at least. If my guess is correct, that'll be wonderful. If it's not, horrible. Now let's get the brigands camp right here. We want to as central as possible so it gets access to. Didn't I just place it down? Oh wait, that's because it's loading. And actually, before we start the game, let's turn off these shitty notifications. Employees, nobody wants to hear that. Now, seems like we need 3, and for some reason, all my flax seems to have, or rock lily seems to have disappeared. Oh my god, that's so annoying. There you go. Nora, my beautiful child, working her ass off in the fields. And she just leveled. Wonderful. Intelligence in the badge. All of other stats are pretty good, honestly. Intelligence is the biggest problem. Once these children grow of age, I'll send them to the different herb huts and have them work on automatically collecting materials. And again, one of the reasons why this game is a bit of a interesting thing is that your children can work. I've talked about this before in previous episodes, well, I think it should be a thing, like a legitimate thing, not a bug, but I think they will remove that, so don't like expect that to be in the game forever. And I'm not really hoping for anything. Yes, it did not go through. Let's send my wife over here. I think it was this one. What's going on over here? I don't even know who she... Oh, she's my herbalist. I don't even know who the fuck that is. Why did she attack me though? I think we are pretty friendly. I don't see any reason why she would attack me. That makes no sense. Let's see over here. Again, in these camps, and I mean honestly, like I've changed my opinion about the robbers camp. I think it's one of the better buildings, especially the lack of things you have to do with it. So like it's less time consuming for you to deal with. I still don't think ambushing is better unless you make it legal to attack somebody and to rob somebody. I think it's called that, right? Where is it? Steal from character. If you make both those legal, that would be fine. Now, another positive thing about robbers camp, you technically can get in trouble because everybody likes you, so excellent. So what you can do is you have 2 robbers camp, one dedicated to juggling, so you can always increase your relationship with that certain area of the map, and then one that's like completely always robbing people, so that will decrease it. But in a way, you gain both sources of money. So if you want to do just a rogue playthrough, that's the best way, I think, for now. You can always rush down this extortion protection money. it cannot be blocked right now. So you're basically screwed if that happens to you. There's no way for somebody to stop you from doing that. And the other consequence to that action is that it damages whatever it happens on. So for example, if this building was extorted, it will get a certain percentage damage, which is horrible. Like, and it also doesn't make sense, because why would it damage this building? The other annoying thing is that I have to go around and repair shit, or else they get broken and I'll be fucked. They want to establish challenge after they just attack us. Okay, sure, I don't mind. As long as I don't have to deal with you, I'm perfectly fine. I assume all my transporters have had their routes reset. Yes, sir. So let's check everything. Let's start down the game a bit. And where is my child? She shouldn't. I think she's just collecting. Let's see here. Switch over and fix this. And let's check this one. She's working correctly. Randolph is one of my children, and he's juggling. We were experimenting on him, and it seems like he actually works. I love the fact that this is a thing. Like, you legitimately cannot get this action popping unless you do this bug. So I mean, that's pretty interesting. Where's my child? I'm fairly sure I had a female kid. This one. Why the fuck is she all the way over here? You get your ass over here. God damn it. Alright, so we'll have these two working here. The reason for that is because this one, it does not actually have a player character, so they will always be collecting, including night, day, and whatever else in between. Everything else is working perfectly. I want to upgrade my rank, so I'll go ahead and try to find somebody to donate some money to. Let's see if we can find that somebody. I think I have to go to this city. They're usually over here. Yes, they are. Sovereign. That seems fine enough. Now, this building is my veteran building. Let's switch over to 2. This building has made me a crazy amount of money, probably. Let me remember how. There you go. 25k in the time it's been active, and in the year currently it's made me 1,500, and in total it's made me 25k. A pure profit. Like, that's with no other loss. Ooh, I can propose to change. So what I'll do is I'll make stealing from somebody illegal. And since that will pop up this, it seems like it'll go through. You can see who accepts it, who denies it. So I have it, so it's okay. I can do this. And everybody agrees it is good. That's excellent. That means it will be legal after the 5 minutes. What that will do is that will prevent me from getting spammed by that goddamn shit called called court cases. You really don't want to deal with the court cases. The court cases are horrible. So public shaming. They will get negative relationship. We have. Okay, let's see what that does. I'm kind of interested. Like, these new effects with the office. Oh god, what? Why is Randolph getting attacked? He's literally 5 years old. I don't think. Wait, is that actually a way you can kill children with? That's actually interesting. So I got a success. She got a negative and she got an alerted. Let's see if there's any buff. Oh god, that's actually pretty fucking OP. If it, I'm assuming it works like the cemetery, where every 2 seconds, depending on how many people she's around, she will get a negative modifier, or -2, basically. So that will get her into a lot of trouble. That shouldn't... That's actually pretty fucking strong. Shit. Okay, that's pretty good. And sorry for that, there was a small interruption. Let's get back to business. We're gonna be speeding this up. Thankfully this game, or this episode at least, has been going a lot faster, which is pretty good. And what might surprise some people is that we have actually not unlocked a lot of buildings. So, if that's scaring you, I shouldn't really be doing that. I mean, yeah, we have a lot of single tier item buildings, but I mean, we're doing pretty good in terms of money. If we just look at the winning points, I mean, we're all the way over here. The closest one, which is our feud member, is over here, and they're not doing good. You can see them stagnating. So they basically exploded up, and now they're stagnating, which is a good sign. It shows that we are doing something right. Now, other positive things is that we have a super good relationship with almost all the regions. Here we go. Baltic Sea is a bit harder to get a good relationship with because it's in the goddamn Baltic Sea. So can't really do much about that. Let's see. I don't even... Where is that region? Is that even a region? That's just stupid. He has 2 charisma, so let's fix that up. Now we can upgrade to patrician, which gives us access to a couple of items or a couple of cool tricks. I really wanted to showcase in a long distance journey. I personally think it's a way weaker version than sending someone to a trip overseas. And the reason for that is because sending somebody in a trip overseas will give you a chance of getting a lot of really cool items, such as, if I take a look here, now this map is actually bugged, so we can't actually do these trade routes, but I think you can still do them if you take the action. You can get, wow, that's a bit shitty. Well, you could get items that like basically sell for 3k, 5k, and you get them in a 2 to 3 quantity, and that's a huge bonus. So you spend about like 10k to send them out, and then in return you get something that's worth at least 20 if you get lucky. Sometimes they also get horses, which is also pretty cool. This guy is gonna go to school again, but we can't afford it. He's 10 years old, he's 5 years off becoming an official heir. And let's go ahead. Seems like we are producing too much flex here, so let's put 3 people on flex. Nobody asked you. I know I know where the line of madness is, but you don't tell me where that is. Yo. Okay, let's see. Bargaining bonus, super nice for all you traders, and speed bonus. I think that's what I'm gonna invest in. Yeah, speed bonus because I have a lot of people going around, and bargaining bonus so I sell for more gold. All these effects here apply to every single member of your dynasty, including your workers. So you really want to get them if you are playing on the long-term playthrough. The influence cost is negligible, I can't pronounce that word, in the longer playthroughs. But in the shorter playthroughs, they're not that bad. I mean, they are a bit higher, but it's not the worst of prices. Now that we have gone into court, hopefully we'll make, yeah, still from character is now legal, so I don't have to deal with this shit constantly. Now that we are actually also like going into court cases, what happens is that if you judge the same as a opinion of the city, it will give you a plus relationship with the city or the district this crime have happened in. Also the family member. So in case, like, let's say these guys commit some criminal action, I'll get, if I vote the same as a city, I'll get popularity, I'll get a relationship bonus with these guys, and it's not like a small number, it's 25% I think, to 20, which is crazy. That's a lot of potential, whatchamacallit, potential to make some money off that. That's stupid crazy. Now I think I actually have to move one of the kids over here, and that will balance it out. I think I'll take this guy. It's been going pretty good. Go ahead, bud. So 3 collecting, 2 making. That sounds reasonably nice. I'll have 3 making, so it balances out. So there's not too much flax in the crafting hut. And as you see, like, even though I'm basically supplying all the flax in the world right now, it's still not that bad in terms of price. It's still 14 gold, which is, honestly, I think it's about the same price as Spirit of Wine, if I'm not wrong. It should be close to Spirit of Wine, actually. Oh no, Spirit of Wine is way more. So here's my other options, actually making Spirit of Wine. But the problem with Spirit of Wine is that it requires, if I take a look here, I have to search it up. Wild Rose. And I'm fairly sure Wild Rose, you get that from the grove, not the cemetery. That's correct. That's not the cemetery. Where can we find a grove? Brushwood, maybe? Oh yeah, so Brushwood is where you get it. Oh no. A little kid is ambushing people. Randolph, what are you doing, buddy? You don't even have a weapon. This guy's a monster, okay? He's like, he will kill your entire family if he could. Randolph is an evil being. He's evil incarnate. He's the Antichrist. You don't want to mess with him, that's for sure. So now that I have one more kid grown up, it's time to put him to work. And go ahead. 2 making, 3 collecting. Actually, shit, I can't do that. They're too effective. And I think that basically settles all my buildings here. And if I just fix this one, it will make it so it's basically this one requires 1 more, okay? But all the other buildings are perfectly fine. I think I got some evidence or something. Oh yeah, there you go. Large complaint, and I don't really care. He can't actually be attacked because he's a kid. So that's a thing. And I might actually, you know what? I think it's about time he moves over to join the herb hut over here. So it's 6-6. Now if I have 3 people collecting, that will make it easier on me. They keep attacking my robbers, but I think they don't understand. They will screw them up. Stop it. You'll lose. Do you not understand the risk you're putting yourself through? And I think this is correct. Correctamundo. These guys are not giving up, okay? And I don't think there was any point in me charging them. I'll still do it just because, you know, I can. But there's really no point. So now that I have, I'm gonna make it so there's 3 people processing these rock lilies. I have too much rock lilies here. That's a problem now. And this is like the perfect number. So the 3 people working, collecting, and what 2 people making is the perfect number. I want to see Holgerson, and I want to buff. Which one is it? Why did they declare? Do they have some like? I don't see the reason why. This guy's shitty stats. Like he has 1, 2, 3, 2 stats more than I have to fix, and that's not fun. And now we're just making too much money, honestly. 25k gold, that's nothing. Like we'll just use grease the wheel so we get as much as possible in terms of influence. And again, the value of influence or not decreases, but the cost of it decreases the higher amount of money you donate. So for this one costs 6. This costs 5.2, something like that. I'm not exactly sure at the top of my head, so I have to like pull the calculations and stuff. But it's basically, it's cheaper for you if you get the higher tier items, and you can't really use it unless you like are able to. 1 second, this is wrong. No, that's correct. Unless you can afford it. So technically the most cost-effective one, or the most reasonable one, is bribe an office holder. It is the easiest one to get in terms of monetary cost, and also it is the easiest one to like use because you use it on the character, and it also gives you positive influence on that city. So technically, bribe an office holder is the most cost-effective influence gainer, though it does not give you the most amount. This gives you way more. I think this gives you about 4k, 4.3, and this gives you about 2k. So it's about half the money. Not 2 point, like 1.5k, I think, somewhere around those lines. So using this one will give you a way better result than using the other one. Now we want extra productivity, and we don't want that reputation bonus. We have people dedicated to that, and we want that extra perception. Again, these bonuses apply to every single one of your character, and that includes your robbers. We can send him to school again. Go to school, buddy. I don't care. And let's see what kind of stats he has right now. So once he comes out of like his young age, which will be in 2 years, he'll basically be a super, like you see here, like that's +2, +3 with attended school. So we've gotten +1 charisma, +1 dexterity, +1 perception, and you see like his stats are crazy high compared to what we started with, which was a 3-3-3-3 on our main character. So if you think about this, this is fucking brutally OP if you like invest all your money into one child only. Now, if you would like to do that, it's really up to you. I personally think that's the best. You don't really need to do anything with the other children. They're great at what they do, but that's the best description I can have for them. Now, I think I should actually make Spirit of Wine, and I can make my buildings outside the city, because I will be using the spirit. Where is it? This one, right? The brushwood. Yeah. So if I place my buildings here, I can collect easily, and I can switch up from what I'm doing right now, which is flax, into. God damn it, can I not place this inside, outside the city? No, I can. But where though? That's... I should be able to place it, I just can't find a spot apparently. Well, that doesn't really restrict me, so what I can do instead is to find another city. And this city seems to work better, but it has a bit competition. These guys don't actually like me, so that's going to be a pain in the ass. Let's see where the grove or brushwood is. This one is actually better. There's a lot more open space. I can get 2 of them, but yeah, I think this is a good. Let's start here. We'll start expanding here, and accept your end of feud. And you cannot fight me. I am death itself. My robbers are almost dead. Thanks to these bastards constantly attacking us. Now we want to move all our children over to our new location, which will be this district here. And the reason for that is because this seems a bit more safer. There's less of these fucking other dynasty that will try to kill me. But what I'll also do is I'll switch to House of Herbs instead. And there seems to be like politicians here, so I don't have to like go out of my way to go into the city to donate some money. So this is pretty good. And I think where was my building? Right here. So if I send him right about here. Once that's done, I'll put him to work. And he is still in school. I hope he finishes this action. And this also means I can actually, if I look to residences, I can make a citizen's house. This can only be built inside the city, but these kind can actually also be built outside. So we can grab one. And I don't want to build it anywhere close to where the main part of the city is, like where the main bits are, because I want to use all the space for brushwoods, okay? So I'm going to buy out all these buildings and just basically smack brushwoods here. And I feel like, where's the closest market? Here it is? Maybe right here? I don't want it too close to the market because there is a lot of items that you can use to destroy the market. And I really don't want to deal with that. Okay. Seems like actually there's no market over here. This side. This is pretty silly. Like, this area is too large. Can I buy this? No, I don't think I can. Is there another brushwood here? That would be actually pretty like, you want to as close to the market and as close to the brushwood as possible, preferably closer to the brushwood than the market. And the reason for that is because it takes your worker a bit longer time to get to the brushwood than it takes to getting to whatchamacallit, the market, because your market has the ability to, like, you can get your transporter and they can just like go to the market and be fast and dedicate. You can also get one more transporter. So we want to change place of residence, so all my children and myself will go over there. And I'm thinking of selling off all these buildings, like just firing all these people and selling them off. But that would have been that's a bit of a challenge. Now that's actually interesting. I've never had it so everyone moves over to the new residence like that, even though they're working, which makes no sense. It's just like, why are you going over to the other side? While my family migrates to the new locations, I'll be cutting this off right here. And thanks for watching, and have a good one.